Peace, fam. It's Ant One, Raw Soul Nation. The universe is revolutionary. Say word to my brother, the S.O.U.L golden child. His passing was just, the anniversary for his murder and passing was on the 29th. He was also born on the 29th of November, so we know he's cool. And this is him, Eddie Capo. Alright? Some people think it's an alien, but it's actually my brother's face, silhouette with his dreadlocks. We are the aliens. El, Elohim, El, Allah, El Damari, Alien, Elion, El Elion, meaning the Most High. Lion, Lion, like the Lion of Yehuda. We are the gods. We are the aliens. Right? Alright. But yeah, I just want to say peace to y'all. How y'all families doing out there? Today, I want to build on something that was going on as far as the state of the people and the culture and society. Excuse me. They just had the BET Awards, and I don't watch them. I don't even pay attention to BET or anything like that. I haven't really I haven't been a fan of paying close to BET since way back in the day, Rap City. When Tigger was on, I was watching it. And when the 106 in Park and all that began, I watched a little bit, but I really fell back on Rap City once around the time Joe Claire left. But Tigger, when Big Tigger was doing the basement, he did have some cool shows and episodes as well. But it was nothing near how it used to be back in the day. But anyway, what I'm talking about as far as BET is the show. It's the biggest show for black people in entertainment and music is BET Awards. And the last clips I watched of the BET Awards had that rap artist, The Baby. And something very disturbing that I seen in this clip was they got a baby mascot in a diaper, a big mascot, bigger than everything on the show. And he's humping and dancing and holding chairs for strippers. And the baby, the lyrics that the baby raps are always on a self-destructive nature, always talking about shooting people and fighting and, things of this nature. Always talking about chicks degrading women in the music. And so with that said, with a mascot as a baby walking around on stage dancing and humping with strippers is very, very pedophilic. You know what I'm saying? So I tell cats all the time about how the industry uses pedophilia and pushes pedophilia and self-destruction. So y'all gotta watch this stuff, man. For adults, up and coming adults, 20-year-olds and upcoming, y'all are very influenced by this stuff, man. And y'all are beginning to have children, and your children are going to be watching this and thinking this is normal behavior and this is the way to go, when this is really setting themselves up for failure. What was the other guy, Lil Nas X? Like, he's on stage like wearing ancient Egyptian or Cometian type clothes, and like he's a king and pharaoh in Egypt, and they're real fruit cakey, and they're kissing, men on stage and things of this nature. I mean, with a man and a woman kissing inside in public, there are people that don't even like to see that, right? Let's just be real. Some people see people kissing in public, men and women, and they'll be like, go get a room. We don't want to see that. People do that to men and women. So for men and men to be kissing on stage, that on a show that's supposed to be a family show, we know this is not family oriented anymore, because all they push is drugs and self-destruction and murder. There's nothing about that family oriented anymore. There's nothing righteous about BET. They're very, very self-destructive when it comes to their shows now. That's what they promote. That's what they advertise. Um, I don't. I don't. I've never been that type of a listener to just say music is entertainment. Mainly because I'm an artist myself. I've been doing this since I was a teenager, and I'm 45 now. So I've always had this sense of having a certain type of content to my art, and I take my craft serious. So it's not about what the industry is doing. It's never been about what the industry does. It's always been about what I want to do and what I think is right with my art and what I create and what I create for. I don't create my music for people to feel like they can hurt someone or hurt women or hurt babies or mislead people. That I don't. It's not just entertainment like people say. I take my art serious, and to see the art form being perverted all the time through neo-colonialism is disturbing, because a lot of people believe that's how it's supposed to be. When you have rap artists dry snitching, actually telling on themselves in the music, that was a time where, well, it's still the same time in reality. People that are doing what we call hustling illegally, illegal hustling or whatnot, they don't want to be known. The only people that's supposed to know them are the ones that they work with, right? So everyone else, no one else is supposed to know who they are. I got a homeboy. I'll tell you a quick story. I have a homeboy who we used to be in the same rap group, and this was in like 93 and 94. We had a song called Be Real. Now, we were like 18, we were like 17, 18 years old, and our producer was like, hey, I got y'all a show at Fayetteville State University, but I want y'all to write something for the students that's going to come to watch y'all perform. So we were used to battle rap. We were used to straight lyrical assassination type things. And our producer was like, hey, write something, for the students that y'all going to perform for. And the first thing we thought about is just being real. Since at that time, the statement of being real or staying real was starting to be the theme in hip hop. And to us, being real was being true to who we are, because we're not thugs, gangsters. We're regular young brothers who are trying to do the right things out here as teenagers, and we're trying to get our music going. We want to be known. We want to be known for being good and dope and everything. So, excuse me. So, but we wanted to let it be known that we didn't fake the funk in our rhymes. So when you heard us, we rapped about who we were and what we did and how we wanted to draw, our pictures, right? We did it. We kept it real to us, to our reality, and used our imagination as far as our rhymes are concerned and our rhyme structure. So the song we had was called Be Real. Now, I say that because my homeboy on the song, he was so laid back in school and everything. He always wore dark shades, a leather coat. He stayed real cool and smooth. So a lot of cats thought that he sold drugs and everything because he was so laid back and quiet, and serious. But in all actuality, he didn't. And he made it known on the song Be Real that we kicked in, and we were teenagers. Then, we were 17, 18, and he was like saying that in the song, he was like, they thought I sold drugs and everything. He was like, I never wore gold. To me, the style was old. I had to be bold. I wore my leather jacket in the cold. And he was like something about how he got his loot. He was like, they thought I sold drugs to get my loot, but I got my money from my mom Dukes, and that's no lie, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was letting them know, like, nah, man. At the time, I was getting my money from my mom's. I stayed home with my mama. I'm cool. I look cool and I'm smooth. It's my personality, but I don't sell drugs. I say that to say the coolest and the quietest ones, you know what I'm saying? People thought sold drugs and did bad things because it was known that people that actually did those things in the streets, they were quiet about it. You see what I'm saying? So now people that come on record saying, I served this and I did this and I shoot this, and they've got guns out and they talking about what they got, what they selling, and how much money they making in the streets and what they doing and how about to kill you. That's telling on yourself. What is the difference from you doing that on a record, recording yourself, than going into an interrogation room and the police officer hitting record on the tape recorder or whatnot? What is the difference? You're still telling on yourself. So we're trying to get, the younger people to see how they're being fooled by even the older people, because they believe that it's an era thing. They say because they hear older people talk about the 80s and 90s. So they get tired of hearing that, oh, the 90s era, da, da, da. We had whack people in the 90s too, but they got kicked to the back, but we kept hearing from other people that the game was messed up, the industry was shady, and people were faking the phone. We started hearing people coming out talking about that. But the thing about it is, we're trying to get the young ones to understand that even older people are misleading them because they're not telling them the truth. It's not an era thing. It's a mentality thing. You see, because there's young people in their 20s, some rap like Lil Baby, some rap like Dub Baby, some rap like Migos, all this. But there are also some in their 20s that rap like a Wu-Tang or rap like a Razzcast or, or some guys like this that's lyrical. It's a mentality that people aren't seeing that's being used and abused and manipulated. Real hip-hop, what we call hip-hop, real hip-hop will never change. It's just the industry that's fooling people. There's always dope artists. There's always whack artists. You see? It's just about what the industry is pushing in your face. Now what we call hip-hop, mainstream, is pop culture. It's not like you have a record that plays on the radio and it blows up because people like it and they requesting it. Songs are being put out here and pushed in front of you and telling you that they're the big things through social media and all that. See, before, a song had to really be good and people, started enjoying it. And that's not happening anymore, where a song is good and it crosses over and turns commercial and it generates, money and people wanting to get involved with it and use it. That's how it used to be, when a certain song went pop or crossed over, because a lot of people started buying it, and they started using it. Now you would use it for commercials on TV or anything in TV shows or movies or whatnot. But it's not an era thing. It's not a young versus new thing. It's just a mentality thing. That's it. You can't get caught up in the confusion, right? The confusion is fatal. You lose out because you believe in something that's not actually true. That's why I said, look, I'm 45 years old. I've never seen a hater or a op in my life. Now, am I saying that there haven't been people in my life that didn't like me or wanted to see me do bad? Whatever. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, that's not an everyday thing. When you're a man and woman living your life just trying to do what you do, you don't have haters and ops. You're just going to work, coming home, maintaining your home and your family. Where do you have time to make these haters and ops? Where do you have time to see them and be so concerned about what they're doing or if they exist? That's why I said people are leaving make-believe, because the industry has made you believe in something that's not there, so you created it. Now everybody's creating haters and ops, and now everybody is haters and ops because they believe it. And now they go shooting each other, make songs, dissing each other, ready to fight, kill, get their mothers and sisters and families shot up and hurt. And like I said, over 200 rappers died last year. You can check it on the internet. That should be very disturbing to people, and you should want to not listen to garbage when you know this is what's destroying your people. You know, that's serious business. So I say all of that just to say, you know, look, we can't save the world or anything, but when it comes to culture and society, it's our duty as the people. We are the society to set the standards. If you allow other people to set it, then you lose every time. Because they're going to always set it for them to come out on top and for you to lose. Right? So, you know, and I say that with all sincerity. With all sincerity. You know what I'm saying? I love life. I love people in general. The simplicity of life is beautiful. And I don't think people understand that as far as living on the planet and what life is. They look at the world as jacked up, where the things that go on in the world are jacked up. These people have made it jacked up on this planet, you know. But life in general is not jacked up. It's if we could see through the nonsense, you know, especially living in this country where you have the ability to make some things happen for yourself. And you do need people. No one does it on their own. People need people to make their actions, you know, count. But yeah, I just say that to let y'all know the universe is revolutionary. This Raw Soul Nation, Ant One. Peace, family. Y'all be good.